is too old to train. I've been trying my best, man, to give y'all the game. I know I get a lot of questions, and this comes up all the time is how old is too old? Is my dog too old to learn? Is my dog too old to teach new things or change behavior? I'm gonna tell you this. As long as survival and comfort is implied, meaning that whatever dictates a dog's survival and comfort, there is not no such thing as too old. Yes, you have some dogs that's way too old that where they can get stressed out too much and then it becomes a problem. But I would say that too old is only determined. Listen to me, please. Please, 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 please listen to me. Too old is only determined by the amount of effort that you're willing to give. Please, 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 listen to me. Too old is determined by the amount of effort that you are willing or that you can give to your dog. If the dog is older, all of that means is that the dog really believes that the way that it's been living life determines or dictates their survival and comfort. Therefore, when you try to change, listen to me. When you try to change, I need a church for dogs. Y'all didn't hear that. I'm gonna do that in the future. Y'all, man, anyways, come back. What determines the age of your dog and if you're willing, what determines the age of your dog learning is the level of your commitment. If y'all level of commitment isn't as high, or you're not willing to commit to that dog at any age, you're gonna fail. Why? Because if the dog really believes that all the way up until the point of seeing behaviors that you see out of them that you don't like, if they're really strong, then you have to not, yes, you have to, equal the amount of, time that they've been going in the wrong direction, for the right direction, but also past that, and then make it a habit. It has to become a habit. Habits is very, very important to realize and recognize when it comes to dogs. A dog might do something, then you get on to them, then they do it again, then you get on. For one, are you communicating properly? Two is that how many times have you done it and not given up? If you read my book, that'll help you a lot. Understanding the Dog's Mind Through Survival and Comfort. And I just came out with a new book today. So all you got to do is, not yesterday. All you got to do is look on Amazon, type in my name, Calvin Wilbon. That's CALVIN WILBON. You type that in, then I have a book called Understanding the Dog's Mind Through Survival and Comfort. So you can just type in Survival and Comfort or you'll see it. And then I just came up with a new book called The Power of Feeding. The Power of Feeding is very, very, very powerful. So age doesn't really matter. It just depends on commitment level. Of course, if you got a sick elderly dog and and it's and it'll be detrimental to change things, and of course, that's common sense. But if you have a dog that's of age or has been showing you strong behaviors that you don't like, all you gotta do is just take it seriously and stay committed and then make a promise to that dog that you're not gonna give up until it believes that now you go in this direction, not that direction no more, this direction. I'm gonna get on some Calvin trainer tips, and I know that it works. That's another thing. Let me tell you this too, and this is very, very important. Sometimes people do things with dogs and they give up too soon, okay? When you get guidance from a professional, the biggest thing is understanding that if they know what they're talking about and you really trust them, do not deviate from what they're doing because you feel like that you don't have success in that moment. I've worked with dogs, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. I do 1 month programs where I bring in young dogs, adult dogs. It don't matter. They just have to, meet my requirements. And I will be working with a dog for about 2 weeks, and it seems like it's not working. What do Calvin do? I take my own advice. I don't deviate. I don't whatever. I don't get off track. I don't say, well, let me try it this way. I know as I know what I'm doing. So at 2 weeks in, I done had two dogs. Yeah, even here recently, two dogs for about 2 weeks weren't really acting like they knew what was going on. Everything was bothering them, etc. And then all of a sudden, they just snapped into place. They was like, I know what this is. I understand this. I know how to do this. Don't worry about it. I do it by myself. Like, I've been seeing it like that. So just know that as long as you got the proper guidance, it wouldn't hurt to stay consistent. Now, you got to choose your trainer well. You got to choose somebody that understands what they're doing. You got to choose them. Don't get me wrong. That is a process, but once you get with somebody that you really trust and that can make you understand things, it's your job to say, okay, I'm gonna stay on this track. I'm gonna stick on this track no matter what. And then, you know, and then, what will happen is if you get a hold of a good trainer, can't no trainer tell you how long something is gonna take. All right, because they're not the ones that's really doing it. I'm in Curtis. I'm in Allen, Texas. So can't no trainer tell you how long it's gonna take your dog to actually get right, right? But what they can do, if they're a good trainer, they should be able to evaluate your dog, see what's going on with your dog's system, meaning that, you know what I'm saying, if their food drive not high, or if their tolerance isn't, as high, or if it's low, etc. They should be able to let you know, like, hey, this is what's affecting you going forward. So it don't mean that the training doesn't work. It just means that you're stuck and your dog is being what they call it, I don't know what the word is. It's kind of like stuck in motion. And that's what happens sometimes. A person can say they've been doing a certain thing, but if their dog isn't set up to do that certain thing, then that certain thing won't work. I have a 4-month-old German Shepherd, but I really don't know what treat to start training with. Train with his food. If it's 4 months, train with his food. If you can, it's gonna be kind of detrimental right now because he's so young, but if you can, just right now, build up the excitement for that. When he sees you, that's how he receives his food, is from you. That's the most advice I can give you. And then if you want some more, helps, tips, and tricks and stuff like that, you're following me already, but you would want to get on my schedule so we can either do a FaceTime visit or something. But you want to get there right now. When I tell you that when dogs get about 6, 7, 8 months of age and a person haven't been raising them like they supposed to, or giving them, or showing them direction like they supposed to, it makes the training session very hard. So get with me. My information is on a lot of my platforms, so it's not hard to find, especially on TikTok. I got my business number. It's easy to follow me from there, but or find my number from there. But yeah, so you just want to make sure that you're raising them right. Now, I will tell you this, is that there's really no such thing as just raising a dog and then one day saying that you'll pay for training. If you're going to make that commitment to that puppy, you need to make sure that you make the commitment to get some guidance. I don't care if it's books. I don't care if it's online programs. Get some guidance, because what happened, people, is that we create these crazy dogs in the future, or these uncontrollable dogs, and then we want people to train them and save them, but you can't reverse 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2 years of, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 months to 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years of training that you didn't necessarily know that you was doing. You're training even when you don't feel like that you're training. Your dog is always in training mode. You just don't know. So that never cuts off. Even when they're asleep, they're training. because apparently they wake up and they jump up and they do their thing. So that means that there was a habit that was instilled before you even, you know what I'm saying, realized it. Now you know. But think about this, people. When your dog has been learning that life, if that he's living life and he's waking up and he's eating and he's have activities and he this and that and other, all the behaviors that you see that the dog is doing that you don't like is because that you drove him to realize that his survival and comfort is dependent on him behaving, acting the same way that he does every day. Change the belief and you change the dog. I be trying to tell y'all, man, like I do a lot of venting on here because there's really not that many people that I can just really sit and talk to about dogs, because this is all I do, man. Besides trying to help my, people understand more and more about like life stuff. That's another situation. But dogs and everything that you can look at has a similarity, and it's just the way that life is designed. It's just all connected in some form or fashion. But when you have dogs, man, and I promise you, not a lot of times when I'm talking to people, it's not even for them to come to me for training. I ain't gonna say I don't care. I wish that I was. I'm helping in some form or fashion. Y'all tuning in, I'm helping. But sometimes, man, is real big that I promote dog training. I'm a professional in my lane. I have a resume. I'm on Google. You can Google me. You can do whatever. Um, but I would say that I'm pro dog trainer. It's like, it should be some dog trainers that hit me up and be like, hey, man, appreciate you. They should. I don't hear them yet, but they should be like, hey, man, thank you. Because listening to you, I got clients. I got new clients, etc. So please get some training. Not if anything, buy my book. It's like $18 on Amazon. I got another book. I got two other books that's very important. How to potty train a dog, and then The Power of Feeding. Those are ebooks. They only like $3. Go on Amazon and buy them. You will be very, like, it's information. Like the stuff that I'm telling y'all, it's in books. And don't get me wrong, it's more up here than what you see. I got a little peanut thumb head, you know what I'm saying? But my brain is functionable. It functions well. That's what I'm gonna say. It functions well. But it's more up there than what you can see. That's what I'm saying. I'm coming out with more and more books, but it's because I realize that I can't keep telling the client the same thing over and over. But boom, when you work with me, here go the books that I need you to be able to listen. I mean, you either audio, listen to, or read on a regular basis, to where when I work with your dog or when I'm done with your dog, you understand to another level. I don't want you to just. Did you laugh at my head, Regina? So I don't want my clients to just think like, oh, Calvin trained my dog and it should be done. No, you need another level of understanding. This is the same reason why why people like my dogs. They like them because they communicate with me to a degree to where people like, how do you get that communication? Why do your dogs respond to you that way? And it's only because of the knowledge behind the skill that I've developed. The knowledge, I know what to do with my dog. Even if I got a slow day and I don't, I still do stuff that's very interesting and important, with my dog. Our communication, it's about what I know. It's about what I know. And it's not always about, you sending your dog to somebody and then you get your dog back, man, because I'm telling you, you're going to always forever lose money. That's the reason why I tell people, you got to order the book and you got to apply that knowledge to when you go get your dog trained by John saying, I don't care who you go to, you're not wasting money. You do not want to waste money, man. Like, I hate it when people put me in a position, or this was before. I'm not going to speak this into existence because it don't happen no more because I'm a lot smarter now. I used to be in positions where people will put me in a position to where they dog will be trained, see me work with their dog responding happy, going to his place bed, will stay there for 1,000,000 years and do this, do that. And then they go home, they don't do nothing. They don't ask for advice. They don't do nothing. And then a week or two later, they're like, my dog don't respond, and it's not doing this, it's not doing that. I don't have that problem no more. She said yes. All right. I accept your apology in advance. Um, Understanding the dog's mind through survival and comfort is almost on Audible. We've been wrestling with it, but it's almost there, and I will be advertising it soon on all platforms. But I used to wrestle with clients, man, because it was like I just, I say about 10 years back, I just didn't know. I thought I could work with a dog, show a person what to do, and that's it. But it was way more to it. That's what prompted me. My career prompted me to write a book. I didn't ever want to write a book. I don't even read. Well, I lied. I read now because I understand the benefits of it. But I didn't like to read. I can't say that I like to read. I forced myself to read. But it's like that's what God had in my card. So therefore I did it. So when it was a great idea, I did it, and that's it. And a lot of people, man, it's a lot of people that read the book and talk to me, might spend $300-$400 for FaceTime visits, a couple sessions, and they like, I don't need that much more help. I really don't read either. That stuff be boring. It be boring, but this information, trust me, you get, if you change, then you will get different results. So man, that just knocked me out. But anyways, long story short, it doesn't matter how old the dog is. It just determines on your commitment. How much are you willing to give? I done seen a lot of owners give up on their dogs, send their dogs to shelters, drop their dogs off because of the habits or the dog or the animal they created. That's sad. It's like if you put 3 years in the wrong way, man, put 4, 5 the rest of the dog's life in the right way. I guarantee you will see results. Man, look, before I get off of here, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm certified. Why? Because I've taken feral dogs. Feral dogs is where I'm from. If y'all read my book, I've learned from a lot of strays. Feral dogs is more than a stray. It's more like a dog that ain't never really been touched, grew up on the streets, and then got hit by some cars, still living, and then learned that the faster it run, the longer it survive. I had a lady. I'm gonna tell y'all this little story. I had a lady that contacted me. I'm young, man. I never told anybody no. That was one of my blessings but curses that I was able to witness in my career. Sometimes you gotta tell people no. But this lady was like, hey, I got this dog, and I've been seeing him since he was a puppy. And so I'm like, dang, she been seeing him since he was a puppy. He got to be like 3 years old. And I'm like, damn, he ain't never been touched or nothing. And she was just like, well, I finally put him in a kennel and had some food out there. And when he was eating, I closed the door. And she was like, I really love this dog. And I've been seeing him his whole life. And I've been the only person feeding him. And so I was like, she was like, have you dealt with dogs like that? And I was like, yes, I can help. When it just happened and when I got done with the process, I was like, damn, I wish I would never done that. But then the longer that I've been in this, I was like, I'm glad I did that. It helped me out a lot. Because if people have dogs that then witness what a person is and understand that they contribute to their survival in some form or fashion, I can help out anybody. But this lady, I helped out, don't get me wrong. She wasn't able to just grab on and hug on the dog like she thought she was, but she was able to take him out, put him back in the kennel, feed him by hand, and that was it. But she had a dog that didn't tear her up. I'll put it like that. That's just about as far as we got. But yeah, man. But yeah, that's what it is, man. So hopefully y'all take this information and use it in some form or fashion. Get with me. I'm gonna try to read a couple of these things. I have a semi-trained 2-year-old dog. She has 6 pups. When and how do I start with these pups and change her? Regina, you're gonna have to start with that book, Understanding the Dog's Mind Through Survival and Comfort. And then I have a number that you can contact. You can text the number, we can set up a FaceTime visit, and then we can just go from there, and that'll be your start somewhere. So it's 214-620-9511. Text that number. Okay, what month does a dog start being aggressive? Because right now, being in 4 months, he's extremely playful. I get inspired by your training and really want mine to be the same level. They can be aggressive anytime. I don't think that you want aggression though. So you don't want aggression. My dog display aggression. But you don't want an aggressive dog. That's what I meant. You don't want an aggressive dog. So y'all got my information. Let me know, and then, like I say, we can make something happen. If anything, go to Amazon, order those books. Understanding the Dog's Mind Through Survival and Comfort. Once again, Understanding the Dog's Mind Through Survival and Comfort. I got another book, The Power of Feeding. And then another book is just to help people with potty training, understanding why dogs use the bathroom in the house and what to do. Outside of that, my name is Calvin Wilbin on Amazon. So you type that in, you can find my 3 books. Support. In return, you will get you'll have the best investment of your life. Thank you. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge. I have a 20-month-old female Belgian Malinois. I plan to purchase your book. Great. And if we got to do sessions online, trust me, I do FaceTime visits. They like $200. The best thing that you will ever do. And especially my Instagram, well, especially if you got a dog that you're trying to go in the right direction. People don't have guidance like this, and this is what I'm offering. I'm offering guidance. And as the bigger I build, I will have more information where I don't have to do a lot of stuff physically. But as of right now, I got y'all. Instagram is K9, just the letter K, number 9, _ Calvin Wilbin, CALVIN. You can find me on Instagram. And then my TikTok is Dance with Dogs. Dance with Dogs. That's WIT. So Dance, WIT, DOGS. All right, that's it. I got the book. I'll read and then get set some. Okay, all right, Regina. Y'all take care. 222, that's one of my angel numbers, so I'm doing something good.